Good afternoon. It is Wednesday the 21st, somewhere around 2, 3 in the afternoon, and tomorrow's Earth Day. Earth Day, you know what that is? Earth Day? Uncle Pa, you know what day that is? Birthday? Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy? Orion says you have a choice. He says you're going to pick me up and you're going to repair me. You're going to fix everything that's wrong with me, my pubic bone, everything, or tomorrow is your funeral. I love you very much, Uncle Rod. I think that gray house across in the alley, they're stealing power from us. I know underneath our deck, they have a room under there. They're putting gasoline in with sarin gas. Uncle Rod, that needs to stop right now. That needs to stop. Now, there's another problem with the Edmonton Police Services. Staff Sergeant Steve Sharp is helping Kenneth Lee Oakley, who has a death certificate, and he's the one that's committing all these crimes against me. And Staff Sergeant Steve Sharp is the beast. Can you please hunt Kenneth Lee Oakley down and put him in jail? I have him for raping dogs anally. I have Kenny for bestiality now. I have him for faggotry. He gets put to death for that. God didn't even spare the angels. So fake Kenneth Lee earth. It's not his earth. Kenny's lying. He's not Jesus. What I told you, what everybody else doesn't want you to know, is I know more than anybody else on earth. And the people that know I know more don't want me to tell you people this because they want to continue on doing what they're doing. But what they're doing is wrong. They're hurting people. They're making me say homosexual things with that harp in Alaska. They're using that in nerve gas to put words in my head and stuff like that. Meanwhile, they're running a whole bunch of telepathic colognes around. It says, "Two shalt not covet." You're not allowed to make clones. So here's the proof for the Edmonton City Police and the RCMP that I'm God. As I passed by your Sergeant Billy Scums and Bill James Scums and Devon Roberts, I found this inscription that read, "To the unknown God, whom ye ignorantly worship." That's right, worship, declare I unto you. So indeed, I have green eyes. I don't have a criminal record, and I did not forget my court date. It's on the 11th next month, and I'm going to liberate the Edmonton City Police from Staff Sergeant Sharp. He's going to jail on the 11th. I'm going to be issuing bench warrants for his arrest. If you guys don't arrest him today, I guarantee you on that day he is done. Kenneth Lee Oakley is stealing the ingredients out of my Suboxone. He's stealing the ingredients out of my Xanax. He's sneaking in out of tunnels throughout the basement. They're stealing power. They're forcing my landlord to sell the house. My landlord took a loan on this house. This house does not use $500 a month in electricity, Uncle Rod. I'm a damn good carpenter. And I'm not stupid. And I know where the room is. If the Edmonton City Police come here, I will show you where the tunnels are. I know where the room is. Right behind my laundry room in the basement, they have a room there. And that's where they're doing this. I'll show you where I think it is, and I guarantee you, 98% chance you're going to find exactly what I say you're going to find and where it is. I know exactly where they're using the gas, where they're bringing the gas in, and how they're doing this. I know exactly what they're doing. And Staff Sergeant Steve Sharp is supposed to be righteous. James the righteous. And he shall strike the nations with a sharp sword. Stephen Sharp for 7 years. Okay. 44 years old is when you guys started really abusing me with nerve gas and all kinds of other sick chemicals. I'm 54. That's been 10 years. So he's went 3 years past the biblical allowed limit even. So he's not following the Bible. And he's helping Kenneth Lee Oakley, who is dead. How does Kenneth Lee Oakley, who has a death certificate, how is he driving a $40,000 Dodge? He's a clone. They don't have ID. And the only ID they have is a piece of paper that says Bad Achtung on it. It's a German word. It's supposed to say Bad Achtung, which means they have to have ID, and in their left eye, they have a dot. If it's the first generation of a clone, it's one dot. If it's a second generation of a clone, it's a second clone, or a third one. Every time they make a new clone, they have to put a dot on that so they knows how old, how old the clones are. And they're doing that at the Antarctic base. Now, when I fed you guys the law, you guys know what I told you about the Shems. Now what's happening again, Staff Sergeant Bill? What's happening? They're putting gasoline, mixing that with sarin gas, and pumping that all over my property. You need to get up here. I don't care if you have to bring the whole fucking Canadian military with you. Bring the whole police service. Bring the city police. Bring every fucking police officer you can find. Get backhoes. Let's do this. Oh, really? Well, it's a pandemic. Perfect time to do that. I can't go anywhere. I'm forced. I'm being kidnapped and held against my will. And if they don't stop right now, the sarin gas, there's one other alternative. You guys are going to wake up one day and all my stuff's going to be gone. You're not even going to know where I am. Guess what? I'm not telling you any more than that either. I'm not telling you where I'm going to be. I know where I'm going. I already know where I'm going. I'm not worried. I'm just trying to, then you all are gone. Everybody in Canada, VX gas. Everybody in Canada is going to die then. Oh, Uncle Rod. Oh, Uncle Rod, I want you to come tonight and shut that room down. Right under the deck, my front deck where Beverly's suntanning right now, right under there is a room. And they're running compressors under there. They're pumping nerve gas in there. They're sneaking people in and out from that gray house. I heard them doing a whole bunch of work in that gray house a couple months ago. And then Quinn filled in all the shit in his garage because he was starting to get scared because the police were on him. So that's the only way they could be doing this. There's no other way they could be doing that. And unless the neighbor across the street and that other neighbor are pumping the gas through like Harjeet Sajjan Singh said to me. I'm not telepathic, but I can read the people. I'm starting to be able to read the people. I can feel you people. I can hear you. I can see you. I know every bad thing you do. I am God, Uncle Rod. You're not God. Now, Rhoda, I have OP-PED from the right that says that he raped Donna Friesen. Made a clone, raped her immediately. So he has to die right now immediately. I have Ed, red, 100 red. That's right, Heidi's coming to collect you. I have information says you raped Grandma when she was dying of brain cancer. I want the Edmonton City Police to know this. The Hells Angels aren't called the Hells Angels. They're called the Nelson's Gels. I'm busy right now! They're called the Nelson's Angels, like Beverly trying to harass me, knowing what I'm doing. She's telepathic, two shan't not covet. Why does Beverly coming here and then her clone coming here? One of the Beverlys has light blue eyes and one of them has gray eyes. You can't fool me. Nobody fools God. I get the last say. Oh, and they're also pumping ether through the television screens, the Ethernet. They're using that. So I want to ask the Edmonton City Police, why are you guys helping Kenneth Lee Oakley? He has a death certificate. So now I guaranteed I have him for bestiality. I'll show you and prove to you if you need. I have him for bestiality, so Kenny has to be put to death immediately. You have to go find him and put him to death. And if Staff Sergeant Sharp does not do that, then Staff Sergeant Sharp's going to jail immediately. And I'm going to push, and I'm going to push, and I'm going to push. And if you guys don't help me, then they're going to take me from Canada. Some people are going to take all my stuff, and then they're going to use VX gas on everybody in Canada legally, and everybody's dead. They've been wiring Canada with VX gas for the last 10 years. A little secret I wanted to tell you guys about. Oh, you forgot about the Quran that says I'm God as well. What about all those Bibles that you're trying to make out God is the judge? God is not the judge. God is the one judge. Who is this king? You can't fool me. I am God. I'm not threatening anybody. Justin Trudeau, right now, this is the House of Commons. So you're going to sell the House of Commons. Okay, you listen to me and listen really good, Mr. Trudeau. The royal family are full of shit liars. King Edward married his cousin, broke the line of succession because they weren't royal, and he did that purposely. The King James Bible, that's me. The Crown of Canada, the Edmonton Police, listen to me. You guys need to listen to me. I have green eyes. I don't care what color of eyes they put on this. My eyes are green. If you come and look at my eyes, they're green. You guys have me as having brown eyes. I don't have brown eyes. My name is James Ian Werbisky, and I have green eyes. I have a brother that has a criminal record, and then they're switching me out and putting me in jail. And they have another set of my ID that I lost, and my brother's using that. And I think that he's collecting COVID money. I did all my taxes, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I don't like the police, but I am the law. And there's 10 commandments, and you guys haven't even got the first commandment. Do you want to know what that commandment is? Thou shalt have no gods before me. James Ian Werbisky Ischenko. Period. End of discussion. Now, I'm really getting tired of this sarin gas. Now, the Harper years are done. When Trudeau got into power, the Liberals is a red. What does that say? Stop Canada. Stop lying, Justin Trudeau. Stop lying. Stop the sarin gas. What you're doing to me, everybody that has sarin gas in their house is going to die from VX gas. I'm not threatening, I'm promising you. These Arabs are, these people are nuts. They will do that. Really. And you're helping. Kenneth Lee Oakley abducted Sig Hansen from Alaskan king crabs and anally raped him. Really. And they're worshiping Kenny as Jesus. Kenny is not Jesus. Kenny's got a death certificate and is dead. So why is Staff Sergeant Steve Sharp helping Kenny to harass me in my house? Why is my Canadian government kidnapping me? They're murdering people with Legionnaire's disease. Bullshit. Legionnaire's disease. My uncle Rod Watson's been making all these clones, and whoever else, the Holy Land and Africa and wherever else. The Anunnaki are coveting from Nibiru. And the reason I come from the lineage of Zeus, you got that right. And the reason why I started sleeping with Icelandic women and women, because I'm the crocodile god. I created humanity in my likeness. Crocodile. Yeah, I have a reptilian. Reptilian, you better believe I'm reptilian. I'm the very first person on this earth. I came out of the ocean. I'm the very first human ever on this earth. I'm the oldest human on earth. I have trident DNA, 3 strands of DNA. I'm not lying to you people. Now, you cannot use fake Legionnaire's disease and murder innocent people through the televisions. They're just murdering whoever they want. Well, these people are a bit old, let's murder them and that and them. Well, it says, "Thou shalt not covet." You're not allowed to make clones of people. If you made clones of the patriarch, 12 clones of the 12 tribes of Israel, if you made one clone for each people and they watched over a certain land, that would be fine. That would be fine. But what you people are doing is you've kicked it up. The population is way too dense. The population is, there's too many people on earth. And that harp in Alaska. Joe Biden, listen to me, please. I can have the Secret Service pick you up and put you in jail for racketeering. I can get you 20 years today and you won't get out. I can put you in and get you and nail you for 20 years in jail. and you won't get out. And then I'll get your clone and I'll destroy your clone. I have you. I have every president for racketeering, right from the time they started with that harp. And he shall strike the swords with a sharp, the nations with a sharp sword. Staff Sergeant Steve Sharp is not from the East Coast. He is the beast. The beast, Beast, is Debbie, my landlord, and they're trying to sell a house on me, just trying to get me out of here. Oh, it's a pandemic. Really? Well, all these pandemic protocols have been brought back into place. So that would obviously mean you can't evict people. So how the hell's my landlord selling the house then? Not happening. They are not selling this house. And if they do sell this house, they're not selling the house. See, because we're going to come in with backhoes and we're going to dig. Come on. Sergeant Bill, they are killing me daily. They're putting gasoline. They're mixing gasoline with nerve gas. They're fucked up, these people are sick. I'm slowly dying while you guys do nothing. Steve Sharp is a pedophile from the Yukon. He has a criminal record. Norman Barrett, I will vouch for this. Norman Barrett almost killed Staff Sergeant Sharp. His name is Randy Hurry, and he has fingerprints with the RCMP. Now, any man that buys or sells or kidnaps salmon shall surely be put to death. Shirley Tellep works for the RCMP. You might want to go to Shirley Tellep and say, we want Randy Hurry's fingerprints and his mugshot. And you take Randy's fingerprints today. You take Steve Sharp's fingerprints and they'll match. Guaranteed. He's the beast. He's impersonating a city police officer. It's against the law. That's a bad, bad crime. Helping the Hells Angels? Not allowed. The big Red Machine, Radishchenko. Today is a day of freedom. Both Ed and Ewan are going to pass. By my words, for pedophilia, for abusing, the only salvation they have. And I saw the angels ascending and descending, ministering to God. I saw Angela going up and down on Ian, having sex. Oh yeah, Ma. I have the right. Angela has the right to do that. She's an angel. Uncle Rod slept with you. Why are you having any issue with me? You see, you cannot help bad people to harm people. I have it under good authority that Canada is going to get an awful beating. And when the war happens, it ain't happening in the Middle East. It's happening on the St. Elias Mountains, and everybody in Haines Junction's dead. Everybody in Whitehorse is dead. Period. Dead. Everybody in Dawson City dead. Everybody's going to die. They're wiring VX gas all over Canada. And they're just going to come with the spaceships, the same spaceships that you and Kenny have access to, Steve Sharp. Your 3 or 4 clones and Kenny that run around raping innocent people and stuff. You forget about those people you've been helping rape. It says stop politics. Stop cloning people. You're not allowed. The only way people, same as I hear that they've been abducting me, stealing my sperm, impregnating people. Really? Did you not just hear what I read to you? Any man that buys or sells or kidnaps salmon, that kidnaps sperm, shall surely be put to death. You cannot kidnap people. Okay, so this is what I suggest. I suggest you get warrants for this property. You bring the backhoe in. I'm going to show you where to dig. We're going to remove the deck because they need to replace the deck anyways. And whoever's pumping the nerve gas in here, if it's Staff Sharp, whoever's doing that, they're going to have to refund the landlord in full. They are paying for this bill, not the landlord. They're doing this to my landlord. Now I have this under, in the beginning, International Debbie Gin. This is Debbie speaking. I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. For I speak not from my own words. Who could ascribe partners to him? I am him. A part nurse? Yeah, they made a clone of Nurse Michelle at the Boyle McCulley. And she knows that Kenneth Lee Oakley's stealing the ingredients out of my medication. Dr. Rose is bad. Why am I on Suboxone? I'm on Suboxone because Heidi put me on Suboxone, so nobody would try to kill me with fentanyl. That's why I'm on Suboxone. Yeah, there's no ingredients in my medication. That better be fixed right now. And if anybody, two shall not covet. No, I just saw that. Two shall not covet. Do you understand that? You can't come down and steal the ingredients out of my medication and put other medications using spaceships that they're making in the States to do that. They're criminals. I have the Book of Enoch. They're all going to die. All the Watchers die. They made a complete set of humanity. Every person on earth has a clone. Are you not getting this? Some people have 19. It's a little bit too ridiculous. Earth Day tomorrow, Uncle Rod. My birthday. Earth Day. You're repairing me and everything. Yeah, Uncle Rod. You'll be gone tomorrow. Pretty hardcore. Try that on for size. You can't use gasoline. You can't mix chemicals with nerve gas and torture people. You can't pump ether into people's houses. That's against the law. That's aggravated assault. Well, it's what you can prove. I can prove this. Bring the fucking backhoe. Get the warrants. Come here. Come with warrants. And I will show you where to dig. And we can rip the fence right down. The landlord's not selling this house. My name is King James, and I am Crown Canadian Prince of Peace, Christ Ian. And I have a criminal record report to show to the police right fucking now that proves I am God. Not Kenneth, not Rod Watson, Ian. I am God, not Ian Werbisky, James Ian Werbisky. My Canadian military's been using me for military service. I have over 150 people that I've murdered. I have bullet wounds all over my legs, shrapnel wounds. I'm having nightmares and daymares about being in the wars. I'm a fighter pilot. I fly fighter jets. And you're not allowed to use the Edmonton City Police to criminally harass me or to kidnap me. And the officers did not read me my rights both times when they brought those promise to appears. So that's getting thrown out of the court automatically. Law is simple. 10 commandments. You guys can't even get the first commandment down. Learn the first commandment. 2 shalt have no gods before me. Who could ascribe partners to him? That's right, me, Jim. It's not Biden. It's not Heidi. And my commandment is to trust my sister and obey my sister and the 10 commandments. Other than that, I'm free to say what I want, RV Zundel, providing I'm not threatening innocent people. And I'm free to tell you people that if you continue to do this, everybody in Canada's done. And Robert Freeman, my auntie abducted my uncle, stole his sperm. Robert's helping the police. Yeah, he is a police officer. He snitches on the Hells Angels all day. That's what he does. So why didn't you try obeying our laws, Robert Freeman? Our laws. Don't worry about what I'm doing. So you guys shut the kingdom up. You won't let anybody come in here, but you yourselves won't come into the kingdom. You won't help me. You won't listen to me. What do you want me to do? What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to get violent. I'm going to get upset. I'm going to get angry. And the more you torture me, the more mad I'm going to get. And the more likelihood everybody in Canada's dead, period. I know that already. Okay? Goodbye then.